Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namni Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Bracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare. So last time we discussed the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So anybody remembers what we discussed? The second chapter. They can just raise hand. Okay, nobody remembers. I'll tell in brief. So in the second chapter, actually, 1 minute. So in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is talking about soul. First, Arjuna, he was not willing to listen. He was talking about himself. Correct? He's talking about why he doesn't want to fight. He gave so many reasons, this and that. So finally, Krishna, he realized that he cannot solve the problem on his own. So he then surrendered to Krishna, that I want to take your shelter. So then Krishna started speaking Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So there he speaks about soul, how this soul, how we are soul. How can we prove that we are not this body, like that? So there are different ways, logically, spiritually, we prove how we are soul. Then Krishna talks about our uh, Sanatan Dharma. Okay, there are two types of duties. Duties of the body, which are regular duties, and duties for the soul, because we are inside the body, we are not the body. So that is one thing. And finally, Krishna talks about how we can get the highest form of happiness. Okay. So today we'll discuss the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is known as Karma Yoga. Okay. So we are actually discussing all this based on His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. So in this third chapter, we are going to mainly discuss four things. What is real renunciation? What is false renunciation? What are the various regulated activities? How one should lead exemplary life? And how to deal with lust, which is our enemy. Okay, these are the four things we are going to discuss, the four sections of the third chapter. So renunciation means giving up. So there is real renunciation and also there is false renunciation. We see both types of people. Okay. So Can please kindly repeat after me. Yeah. So please recite this verse. Karmendriyani samyamya
Karmendriyani samyamya
yaste manasa smaran
yaste smaran
indriyarthan vimudatma
vimodhyatma
mityachara sochate.
mityacharasayuchyate.
Yeah. Those who would like to read the translation, can you please raise your hand? Yeah, you can read last session.
Restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender.
Yeah, so there are two types of renunciation as mentioned. One is proper renunciation, another is improper. Although they renounce this world, maybe wearing saffron clothes, but in their mind they are thinking of enjoying their senses. So that is not considered as renunciation. So in the Bhagavatam, it is mentioned Titikshva Karunika, who is a sadhu? Titikshva Karunika, Smrida Sarvadehin, Ajata Shatra Shanta Sadhava Sadhubhusha. So one who is tolerant, merciful, who is friend to all living entities, and who is Ajata Shatra, who is having no enemy. Even he considers his enemies to be friend. He doesn't consider them as enemies. Shanta, peaceful. So such a person is known as sadhu. So he need not be in the sadhu's dress also. If somebody has those qualities, that itself they are considered as sadhu. So, but yeah, somebody who is not having those saintly qualities, but just to attract the innocent crowd. So if he's doing no such renunciation just to get money or fame, so that is called false renunciation. Okay. So what is real renunciation? So in this verse, Krishna is talking. Okay, repeat after me. Yagnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. All of you please try to recite.
Lokoyan karma bandhana
Tadartham karma kaunteya
karma kauteya
mukta sangha samachara. Yeah, reciting verses is good for no, learning the verses. It also helps us to spiritualize ourselves, and the spiritual vibrations will be spread in your house. It will become more auspicious. So all of you try to recite, by which you can actually by reciting we can learn these verses very easily. Okay, anybody would like to read? Raise your hand, please. Read the translation. You already read, I think. Anybody who has not read, like to read? Yeah, Aditi.
Yes. Jai Shri Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties, for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage.
Yeah. So here Krishna is telling that we should do our work as a sacrifice for Vishnu. So somebody may say, why I should do it as a sacrifice? Sacrifice, generally we think that yajna or sacrifice means we think that there should be some yajna kund, they make with bricks, square shape, and they put wood and do the yajna with ahuti of ghee. So we may think that that is called as a yajna. But even your work in this world can also be a yajna if you do it for the pleasure of Lord. Means doing it for pleasure of Lord means what? Understanding that all the abilities and the things which I am using in my work are given by God. So as a token of gratitude, I would like to uh, actually offer the results of my work to God and show my gratitude and tell others that by God's mercy I am able to do this. Like for example, once Srila Prabhupada, our ISKCON founder, was with one businessman and he talked about Karma Yoga. So what is Karma Yoga? Offering the results of our work to Krishna. So somebody said that, no, he said, why we should offer to Krishna? Why should offer the results of our work to Krishna? So then Prabhupada asked him, okay, what business you do? So that person said, my business is glass business, making glass. So he said, where this glass comes from? So he said, glass comes from silica. From where silica comes? Silica comes from sand. From where sand comes? Sand comes from earth. And Krishna is telling in the 7th chapter, Bhumirapo analo vayu kamano buddhir evacha. So ahankara mitiyame binna prakritarashta. These 5 elements, Panchamahabhut, they are coming from me. Krishna is telling. So all the elements or things which we use in our work are ultimately coming from Krishna. So we are taking those and we are trying to do various things with our body and mind, intelligence. But body, mind, intelligence are also given by Krishna. So that's why recognizing God's gifts and the abilities to do that, we depend on Krishna. We pray to Krishna, we depend on Krishna. So that is how that is how we are supposed to do our work. Okay. So otherwise, because if we are not grateful to God and we think that no, I could do it because of my abilities or these are my things. So then we are bound in bondage, karma. Okay. Because we are not showing gratitude to God who gave us. It's a basic etiquette that if somebody gives us something, we should be grateful, right? We should thank them. We should recognize their efforts. So that's what Krishna is telling here. So you should work or do your duties in that way. So, and suppose a student gets good rank, then he should thank God. And suppose somebody earns some salary, they should use it some amount in service of God. Because God has given us the abilities and the things. So that way you actually get freed from karma. So Bhagavad Gita is not just about living, but it is about living. Many people are afraid that if we study Bhagavad Gita, maybe I have to give up everything in this world. So that is a wrong understanding. Actually, we need not give up, but we need to take in. Means we need to actually accept God, accept Krishna in our lives. So Bhagavad Gita is about living uh, in a God conscious way, not the way we like. Okay, yeah. So how do we regulate our activities or day-to-day activities? Here it is being mentioned. So please repeat after me. Yagna Shishta Shanto.
Yajna Shishtan Sina Santo.
Others also please try to repeat. It's not very difficult, I feel. And you need not feel shy if the recitation goes little bit here and there, but you can try. You are trying. Muchante sarva kilvishai.
Muchante Sarva Kilvishai.
Bhunjante te tvagam papa.
भुजन्ते ते त्यागं पापा
Ye
Papa.
pachanti atma karanat.
ये
Ye Pachante
पश्यन्ति आत्मकारणात्.
Yeah. Anybody would like to read who has not read? First we'll give. Can raise your hand or you can tell in the chat. Yeah, can read. Asha.
Yes, Prabhuji. The devotees of the Lord are realized from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment rarely eat only sins.
Yeah, so here Krishna is telling that we should offer the food which we eat to him as a sacrifice. So he in the previous verse is telling how our work can also be sacrifice. Now he's telling our food also can be a sacrifice sacrifice to him. Or it can be like a yagna to him. So why we should offer the food which we eat to him first? Because he is the master. We are all his servants. Because we are part and parcel of him. And he is the master who is providing us everything. Right? Krishna tells in the 5th chapter, 5.29, Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam Gnatvamam Shantiricchati. So he's saying, I am the controller of all the three worlds. I am the supreme enjoyer, best friend of all living entities. One who understands this is peacefully situated. So we understand that God is providing us all these things, or all the vegetables, grains. So and the ability to cook, intelligence, hands, eyes. So because He is giving that, we cook as an offering to God, and we offer it to Him. So we can have one photo of Radha Krishna and have one separate plate for the God for Krishna and put the all the cooked items in separate cups and offer it with tulsi. Because tulsi, Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prajachati. If you offer with love and devotion, he accepts. But tulsi is very dear to Krishna. And chant Hare Krishna for 3 times and keep it for 5 minutes. And then we can take the food as a prasad of God. So it's not that only in temple no, we offer to God. Our home also can be like a temple where God is worshipped. Because ultimately our home is also given by God. Correct? So it's God's gift. So that way, actually, by keeping God in the Krishna in the center of our lives, we become more and more Krishna conscious. Correct? So this is how we can become free from karma. If you don't offer, then it's like neglecting God's mercy, or we are not grateful. So here the yoga ladder is mentioned, the various levels of karma yoga, karma kanda. So first is karma kanda. Means in karma kanda, people offer yajnas to various demigods like Indra, Chandra. Like by doing a yajna to Indra, he is pleased, he gives rains. So people used to, they are mentioned in the scriptures. So for fulfilling their material desires, they would do that. But little more elevated. Okay. So little more elevated than that is somebody who actually does his work as mentioned in the scriptures. Okay. And he offers those fruits to God, but is attached to the work. Little bit. And no, his sakama karma is attached to both fruits of work and the work also. But he does as per the scriptures. As per good activities, not sinful activities. Okay. As a service to God. So that is sakama karma. Nishkama karma yoga means actually he does work as per the scriptures, but he is offering the results to God, but he likes to do only that particular type of activity. So karma kanda, I gave example. Somebody wants rains, they will do yajna for Indra. Now sakama karma yoga means they will do good work, not sinful work, but they may not give anything to God. Nishkama karma yoga, they do their job proper way, and they also give some donation to God for God's service. So understanding that it is by God's mercy that we are able to do this. So we may be in one of these levels, but at least we should try to come to the level of Nishkama Karma Yoga. Okay, where we are not attached to the results of our work. Understanding that God is giving us all this. Because if we are attached, then we think that we are the enjoyers. That is a problem. So next the next theme in the third chapter is how we should be exemplary and why we should be. Okay. Please repeat a very important verse. Yadad acharati shreshtas.
Yad
Yada
ach-
yada acharati shreshthas.
Tadad evetaro
tad
Tatsat evaro janam.
sayat pramanam kurte.
sat
Tadyayat paramatmam kurte.
Lokastad anuvartate.
Loka
anuvartate.
anuvartate.
Yeah. Okay, anybody would like to read? Those who have not read. First we'll give option to them. Anybody who has not read. Okay, otherwise anybody who read also. Okay. This Xiaomi, this name with this name, mobile. Yeah. You can rename yourself later. Yeah. Please
Whatever
read.
action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary actions, all the world pursues.
Yeah. So you see in this world, whatever great people do, common people imitate. So in this world currently in Kali Yuga, we see that great people are like cricketers, sports people, or film stars. So these are considered great people, politicians. So what these people set as an example, we see that people in general follow them. Like the way the film stars dress, the common people also try to imitate the way they speak, behave. Slowly, others also start behaving. So they have a very important role to set a proper example, the leaders in the society. Because if they set a wrong example, like suppose a politician with a big position, minister or somebody, he does cheating, scams. So, and he is coming out of that by telling lies, or they are not able to put him in jail. Please don't. Yeah. Disturb. So, such people set such a wrong example that others, they will think that, okay, this great person, he is doing like this, and he is getting, means he, although he did scams, is not put in jail, so I'll also do. Correct? So, and in the house, the parents play a major role in setting example. Whatever parents behave or set an example, the children will follow. So once one father, he had a lot of debts. So he got a phone call from one of the persons whom he had to pay. He was having debt. So then he saw the number and he said, he thought, oh, he's going to ask me for money. So he told his son, you lift the phone and tell that I'm not there. So the son lifted the phone and he said, my father is telling he's not there. So, so when the parents, no, they set some wrong example, the children will remember and they'll also start behaving like that. They'll also start telling lies to them. So, yeah. And in the school, the parents, the teachers also play major role because they're the children are watching the teacher. So whatever standards, etiquettes the teacher sets, the children also start following. So here what they are saying, the parents, teachers, head of states are natural leaders. So they are expected to act in responsible and exemplary manners. Because they lead the common people. If they don't set a good example, the whole dependents or subordinates will be ruined. Correct? So it is very important. Okay. So that's why we should be very careful in choosing our leader. So we should not choose leader who is cheating or who is having bad qualities. So we have to use the principles given in Bhagavad Gita to identify a proper teacher. Because if he is following sincerely the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, then he will serve God, he will develop good qualities. So then he can also guide others properly. But somebody who is not following scriptures and he may not be able to develop good qualities, or even if he has some good qualities, because if somebody doesn't serve God, because of the nature of bad association in this world, one may get into bad association and lose all the good qualities. Okay. So another important point here, they're saying only a proper student can be proper teacher. So we should very submissively hear and try to follow. Then we can be a good student and a good teacher eventually. If a person is not a good student, he can never become a good teacher. So now Krishna is telling, so why one should perform our own prescribed duty and not others. Because means as per our nature, we like to do certain activities. Right? Sometimes we may see others and try to imitate. But Krishna is telling we should not imitate, but do what you're best in. Like suppose somebody is good in football, but he sees that those who are playing cricket get more name fame. He may start thinking, I'll play that to get more name fame, but he may not be good. Better he focus on what he is good at. So then he will excel in what he is good instead of comparing and becoming envious. So if you focus on your own prescribed duty, you become more and more studied, you'll develop steadiness. So there is social organization thing means you'll be able to organize yourself and serve the society properly. And it is your natural position to, so you can naturally easily serve instead of artificially, trying to serve. So he's telling paradharma bhayapaha. So instead of focusing on others, you focus on yourself. Sometimes you can learn. If suppose you are inspired by somebody is good in singing, if you want to learn, then it is good. You can try. But you need not forget what you are good at and keep doing that. Okay. So here in the last section, Krishna is talking something very important for all of us. So Arjuna is asking on behalf of all of us. What is that? Even though I know the best course of action, but what is it that impels me to act improperly and against my good intelligence? Okay. So we know what is good, what is wrong, but still sometimes we are pushed to do something wrong, to act improperly against our good intelligence. So what is that which pushes us to do wrong things? Maya. So Krishna is telling it is lust. Lust means the desire to enjoy. So Krishna is telling that is the enemy of the soul. So please repeat after me. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Okay, sorry, I muted everyone, I think. Yeah. You can say Sri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Sri
Bhagavan
Bhagavan
Vacha
Kamaisha Krodayesha
Kamesha Krodesha
Rajoguna Samudbhava
Rajoguna Samudbhava
Mahashano Mahapatma
Mahashano Mahapapa
Vidyenam Iha Vairinam.
Vidyenam Idhi Vairanam.
Yeah. So can someone read who has not read? Anybody would like to read? Yeah, Disha, you would like to read?
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "It is lost only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion, and later transformed into the word, and which is the all uh, devoting sinful enemy of
Sinful enemy.
sinful enemy of this world.
Thank you. So Krishna is telling that this lust is born of mode of passion. So there are three modes, actually, three natures we can say. So what are those three natures? Three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So what are the characteristics of these three? So goodness, the characteristics are, one is in knowledge and one is happy. Okay, this one. And then passion, one is having lust, one is having too many material desires. Okay. So that is mode of passion. And mode of ignorance, one is actually lazy, one sleeps a lot. So these are considered three natures or three modes. So what is mode of passion? As I said, having lot of material desires, too much over endeavoring, passionate. So lust, the desire to enjoy, separate from God, is born of passion. Okay. So in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna already mentions how this lust develops. Anybody remembers what Krishna said in the second chapter about how this lust develops? We discussed last week. So Krishna tells, when you contemplate on the sense objects, you develop attachment for them, and then the desire to enjoy comes. So I gave the example of a child who goes to a mall and sees some toys, and he starts thinking how I can play, becomes attached. Then he wants to enjoy them with play with the toys. So, and he develops a very strong desire that he wants at any cost. So that is known as lust. Similarly, like somebody sees a wrong picture or a wrong movie and he starts thinking about that wrong things in his mind, contemplates, he develops attachment, then the desire to enjoy comes. That is called as lust. So, but when the lust is unfulfilled, like the child doesn't get the toy, the parents say, no, it's not required. So then the child starts crying, or sometimes even beating the parents with his hands or legs, is angry. So that is anger or wrath. So this is considered the all-devouring sinful enemy of this world. So we see Ravana, actually, Surpanaka, when she went to Lord Ram, first she saw Lakshman, she was attracted, and Lakshman said, no, no, go to my elder brother. No, like then he said, no, no, go to my younger brother, like that. So then finally she went to attack Sita. Then we know that Ram ordered Lakshman to cut her nose. So Lakshman cuts her nose. So Shurpanaka, in great pain, goes to Ravana. And she starts describing Ravana, beauty of Sita. So by hearing the beauty of Sita, Ravana develops a desire to enjoy. He becomes lusty. So we know that how he kidnaps Sita and takes away. But Sita doesn't agree to fulfill Ravana's desires. So he starts becoming angry. So, but we see what is the result of that lust. So Ravana was very powerful. He was very learned. He had lot of powers, strength, abilities. But finally, because of no, the lust he developed for Sita, what happened? Ultimately, he lost him, whole kingdom. Lanka was made in gold, not bricks, cement, and he had powerful, people like his own son Indrajit, Kumbhakarna, very powerful brothers. All of them got killed, and finally himself also got killed. Okay, so we can learn, or we can realize that how uh, dangerous is this lust. Because it can destroy us, and it can also destroy our whole family, or even sometimes countries. Julius Caesar was very powerful. This but then I think his name was Caesar, I think. But then by lust he got distracted, and he lost his whole kingdom. So the lust also is of various uh, degrees. It can be little, or it can be a big amount, or big covering. So Krishna is telling the three different levels of lust, levels we can say. Like mirror is covered by dust, so we cannot see ourselves, right? But if you rub the dust, you can see. So our consciousness is also covered like that by sometimes this enjoying mentality, lust, little bit. So, but if you take shelter of God, you can come out of that lust. The solution for lust is, coming in contact with God, Krishna, because Krishna is pure, pavitra. So he will purify all the impurities. That is the only hope. That's why we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And the second level is fire covered by smoke. It is a little more thicker. Right? You can't see the fire sometimes. There is so much smoke. But when the smoke is not much, you can see the fire clearly. Third level is the embryo covered in the womb. So it's a child, or the embryo is in the womb of mother. You cannot see properly. You cannot know also how is the child or everything. But yeah, so only you have to scan to see. So similarly, the highest layer of lust is like this, means the highest degree. So, but all these three levels can be removed. So much lust can be removed by coming in contact with God, by serving God. So, because when you develop love for Krishna, automatically the lust will go away. So, the soul by nature has desire to serve and love. Okay. So, but the desire to serve and love has to be revived or awakened. Okay. So, when you develop love for God, that desire is fulfilled. So, there will be no lust. But when you don't fulfill that desire, then lust will come. Okay. So we all need to work upon this to overcome this desires in our heart consciousness. So lust is never satisfied. So let's recite this verse. Avritam jnanam etena
Agrutam jnanam hetena
gnanino nityavairina
jnani
No,
janino nityavarina
kamarupena kaunteya
kama rupena kaunteya
duspurena analena cha.
dusparena
Yeah. Anybody who is not read would like to read? Can raise the hand. Okay. Shiva Raman. You're already unmuted, I think. Like to read? Or okay, anybody can read. Whoever.
Sir, I'll read.
Yeah.
Thus, the wise living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire.
Yeah. So this lust is never satisfied. Like if you put petrol in fire, it's not that it's going to be put off, it will increase. So like a scratch, if like a itch. So if you have itch in the body, you start scratching, it doesn't go, it increases. So similarly, lust has to be sublimated, removed by developing love for God. Not that by fulfilling my lust, it will go away. But how it can go away? It can go away by serving God. Okay. That is the only solution. Like Lord Ram killed Ravan. Correct? So our lusty desires can be removed by coming in contact with God, who is pure. That is the only solution. People don't know this and they fall prey to lust. So, and they lose everything. Some people think that you just enjoy unlimitedly, your lust will go away. No, if you put too much petrol, then too much fire can come and it destroy you. So that is not the solution. So now, why lust is considered as enemy? Actually, this lust is considered enemy because it destroys us. It is harmful. So as I gave the example of Ravana. Or you can see in modern youth sometimes they actually engage in sinful activities, and they destroy themselves. Like somebody smokes, drinks too much, they get liver cancer or lung cancer. So it doesn't appear as enemy, it is inside us. But it is our great enemy, not normal enemy. So how to defeat this enemy? We have to make a plan. So what is that plan? So there are three places for the lust, three sitting places of lust: mind, senses, intelligence. These are the three places of lust. Okay. So through them, lust covers the real knowledge of the living entity and bewilders them. Okay. So we have to remove lust from these three places: mind, intelligence, and senses. So until we remove from these places, it will keep attacking us. So first we should not take lust through our senses. We should not see bad things. bad pictures which pollute our consciousness, or hear something bad. Actually, our five senses are like these five fingers: eyes, nose, tongue. So if you see bad, then our hand is like a uh, storehouse. Mind is the storehouse of all the sense impressions, sense pleasures. So what you see, smells, taste gets stored here. So if you take bad inputs, then bad output will come. Mind will develop the desire. When you see, suppose something wrong, then the mind stores that, and later the mind will say, "Oh, enjoy," like that, and the intelligence becomes polluted. Then the intelligence starts making plans how to enjoy. So that's how the senses, mind, intelligence, these act. Okay. So one should be careful not to take in this wrong inputs through the senses, mind, intelligence, but we should take right inputs. Okay. Then we'll be saved from this deadly enemy. Okay. So we should, as I said, take right inputs. The second plan is regulating our sense. So out of senses, mind, intelligence, easiest to control is senses, because it is in our control and it's gross, more gross. Mind is inside, intelligence is inside. It is difficult to control. So I already told, right, how we develop lust when we see or contemplate on the sense objects. I gave many examples. You develop attachment, and when you contemplate more and more, the desire to enjoy increases, then lust develops. So that's why you should stop at contemplation. Suppose mind starts thinking something wrong. So you should tell the mind, hey, stop this. Or you should pray to Krishna, Krishna, please control this mind. Or you can chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So like that we should actually tell the mind not to contemplate. So because generally we contemplate on the sense objects and we develop attachment. That is a problem. So if you don't contemplate, the problem will not come, will not develop lust. Very simple. So when suppose Surpanaka was telling about description of Mother Sita's beauty, so Ravana was hearing very attentively. So he should tell Surpanaka, hey, don't tell all these descriptions. So what is Surpanaka in the Kali Yuga? Can anyone say what is Surpanaka in Kali Yuga?
Is our senses, Prabhuji.
No.
He's developing the attachment.
Actually, Surpanaka is bad social media. The social media especially is too much oriented to Western culture. No, it's producing vulgar movies, shows, and people watch it for a long time. So when the senses accept bad information and it gets stored in the mind, then the mind starts contemplating. Then you develop attachment and then lust. So that's why Shurpanaka is the modern social media, bad social media, not everything, especially the bad social media. That's why we see that people, even children, are getting affected very easily because of smartphones, uh, very easily getting distracted. The attention span of children is reducing because their attention is on mobile, on social media. So, and people become so much attached. We can see also how much we ourselves may become attached, and we see others also. So we can use it as much as required for our work, but we should not unnecessarily waste time, because there are so many other good activities we can spend, like studying scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, learning them deeply, chanting Hare Krishna, or serving others, giving this knowledge, sharing with this knowledge to others. There's so many things, positive activities to do. So this is the second plan, how to defeat our enemy lust. The third is increase our knowledge. So as I said, above the senses is mind, and above the mind is intelligence. So by intelligence, you can control the mind. So but your intelligence should be strong. So there is a tug of war always with going on with mind and intelligence. Okay. So in tug of war, who will win? Tug of war means
Intelligence will win, but sometimes mind also is powerful.
yeah, actually most of the time mind only wins. Sometimes intelligence wins. Tug of war is like two teams holding ropes.
And pulling opposite direction.
Yeah. Whichever team is strong, they win. They pull.
Yeah.
So our intelligence is currently not so strong. Our mind is strong because of wrong impressions. So you have to chant Hare Krishna, study Bhagavad Gita. Then our intelligence will become stronger and stronger. Okay, we should read, discuss, apply what we are teaching, what we are reading, hearing. And we can also follow these 4 steps, A, B, C, D. Associate with right people, sattvic people. Because if you associate with rajasic, bad association, quickly we become affected. B is for books, study scriptures like Bhagavad Gita. C for chanting. And D for diet. We become what we eat. If you eat foods which are too much spicy, it's rajasic. We also become passionate. So if we eat foods which are in goodness, we develop mode of goodness. So this ABCD is most important for us. So if we can follow this in our day-to-day life, then we can make very quick progress. So, but we should start doing it. Yeah. Okay, this is the next one. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Anybody has any questions on today's chapter? Otherwise, we'll chant few Hare Krishna mantra for some time, and then we will. Okay. No questions? Okay. So now we'll chant for a few minutes and then we'll end the class. because the practical step of you know the practical step of application of Bhagavad Gita is to chant Hare Krishna. We have to apply also. Correct? So let's chant now. You can say after me. First we have to chant one mantra. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu
Nityananda,
Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Other
Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Shri
Sri
Vas
Sarva Bhakta Govinda.
So we chant that mantra and then we chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You all can also chant loudly and hear what you are chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, all of you, please spend at least 10 minutes in chanting this holy names, and that way you can make very fast progress in your spiritual life. Okay? Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Thank you for attending this.